In the cradle of King Creosote, monarch of the coal tar distillates, King Creosote, man's silent ally in the age-old struggle to stem the evil tide of wood rot, to preserve our American heritage of fences, utility poles, and dock pilings for future generations yet to come. King Creosote, a railway tank car speeding through the rolling plains of Ohio with its precious cargo of coal tar. Here is where the romance of Creosote truly begins. Another tank car, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. The farmer waves a friendly greeting, for King Creosote is his ally, too. Now, look out, Farmer Jones. But no time to stop and clear the carnage now, for King Creosote has a date with destiny. Night settles over Gary, Indiana, Creosote's iron citadel, and the train's long journey is over at last. Here on this specially built siding, longer than the entire railway system of San Marino, the tank cars disgorge their coal tar into the thirsty mouths of giant hoses, drinking through the long Indiana night like some mighty monster of old. A coal tar cocktail whose total volume is enough to supply every living American with a 12-ounce tumbler of coal tar. Drink on, giant hoses, while the watchman spans his vigilant guard. What is he dreaming? We can only guess and wait for dawn and the unfolding of the next chapter in our industrial drama. Dawn, then morning. Old Saul rises over the world's largest creosote refinery and its satellite buildings. Ladies in waiting in the royal court of Creosote. The drainage station, the ammonia storage tanks, the sludge pit, the feeder pipes, the bagging shed. And looming from the surrounding man-made wasteland like some magic fortress built by the gods themselves, the Creosote Refinery. But no time to dawdle, for King Creosote is planning a busy day. Here in the purifying station, 4 million gallons of coal tar pour into these giant ladles every minute of every working day. Ladles heated to temperature hotter than the sun itself. The skilled ladle handler must move with care in his fireproof metal suit to avoid being burned to a crisp by the heat from this fiery cauldron. One false step and... But no use in screaming. The human voice is drowned under this Niagara of molten coal tar. Reluctantly, we leave the confusion in the purifying station, for now it's puddling time. Puddling, the scientific alchemy that breaks down the molten coal tar, trapping impurities in these massive iron barrels. A miracle of precision timing fills each barrel to an exact preset level. One extra teaspoon, and the barrel would brim over, leaking poisonous runoff through the entire puddling station. A hypnotic spectacle. Dip and fill, dip and fill, dip and... But the rescue squad is already on its way. And before the rising liquid can engulf our camera crew, we bolt the iron safety door behind us. The pulverizing mill. Here is where the creosote dream begins to find its chemical fulfillment, where aromatic hydrocarbons are passed through pipes larger in diameter than the funnel of an ocean liner, and then brought here to these giant trays, heated once again and tortured in this mighty egg beater. Now, only an oily brown liquid remains. The embryo of King Creosote has been conceived. Lunchtime, a moment's pause. Now, back to work. But an informal moment as the foreman makes his rounds of the tank room. A monkey wrench on the floor. Time to laugh, even under the eye of King Creosote. But now, time to pick up his paycheck and get out. The final mixing process. Here in 2 separate vats, each large enough to contain the state of Rhode Island, only an expert can determine which is the runoff and which is the precious creosote extract. Is it the vat on the left or the right? A second opinion is called for. Now a third. Telephone lines. The wires hum with the urgent appeals. Soon, Gary, Indiana will be crowded with experts heading in from all over America. But we cannot wait, and so we look back in awe at the iron cradle of King Creosote, standing tense, waiting, ready at a moment's notice to start up again. But even when stilled, the smoke rolls black and oily from her chimneys, a farewell banner as we bid the monarch of coal tar distillates a fond adieu. Let us linger a moment longer to ponder man's wizardry and the ball of orange fire growing like a planet in creation. But now, the falling chimneys and a fireworks display to shame the 4th of July signal in a fitting climax that it is time to leave. Farewell, King Creosote, and to the fire department, Godspeed.